Glock? Is that Glock going slowly?
It is,
That's
it's Glock.
Out of the race, Sebastian Vettel.
This is the Bridgestone Inter versus the Michelin Wed. It's too late to come in for a tyre change unless it really starts coming down torrentially. And Hamilton beginning to move back in, is he? Has that gap gone down a bit?
The trend has been for the McLaren to be the quicker car on dry tyres on a wettening track, and now Hamilton is right up behind Raikkonen and goes for it down the outside of the bus stop. Raikkonen's not giving anything away. They almost touch, they do touch. Hamilton will have to give the corner back. They're side by side. He'll have to have a go at him at last source. Okay, now Raikkonen's back in front and Hamilton's going to attack him. He goes down the inside. Raikkonen trying to play it cool, but he went wrong for him. Hamilton's through. They touch again. Amazing action here at Spa-Francorchamps, but Lewis Hamilton is back in the lead with 2 laps to go. It looks like Raikkonen's run wide there. Hamilton's having problems as well, though. Raikkonen's got a lot of momentum there. Meanwhile, Massa has lost ground in these conditions. Whoa, Hamilton's off. Raikkonen gets back past him again. There's a Williams in the mix too. Hamilton's on the grass.
So Raikkonen back,
Raikkonen
spins. They'll have to stop for intermediates. It's the only thing they can do now.
Well, in these conditions, anything could happen as Hamilton again struggles to keep it on the road.
Oh, Raikkonen's going to hit the wall from there.
He's going to hit the wall. He has hit the wall. That's Raikkonen, and he's in the wall and out of this Grand Prix, having led it for most of the race. And in the most extraordinary circumstances imaginable, he wins the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps to add a crucial title to his belt.
It is Hamilton ahead of Verstappen. Bottas has dropped 3 or 4 places, and there's Lando Norris touched, and into each other goes Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez. We are stopping this race while the marshals can clear the debris. Lewis Hamilton then will lead them away for a formation lap and then a standing start. How long are those intermediate tyres going to last now the track is drying up so fast?
It's completely drying.
Is he going to dive into the pit lane? No, he's not, but Esteban Ocon is. Hamilton's going to be the only one who's going to start this race. It's going to be lights out and away we go for Lewis Hamilton only. Now, he can race full blast down towards turn 1. There's nobody behind him, and through he goes. But out now, into the race comes the Williams of George Russell, who is up in a 2nd place. Then Ocon, then Vettel, then Latifi, then Tsunoda, and then Sainz. They're all racing, whilst Lewis Hamilton is desperate to try and get round of Mercedes, made a huge error here. As Hamilton makes his pit stop, Esteban Ocon takes the lead. Sebastian Vettel goes through. When Hamilton comes out into this race, he's now going to feel right at the back. Esteban Ocon is going to be a Grand Prix winner in Formula 1. Ocon wins the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Look, you can see it's raining cats and dogs again. It's raining much heavier than it did before, but still only on certain parts of the racetrack.
So this World Championship position is absolutely riveting, with Heinz-Harald Frentzen 3rd in the championship out of the race.
Oh and no, Coulthard off the road.
David Coulthard has gone off. Wow, my God, this is unbelievable.
There he is.
Geller.
He stalled it too.
He's out of the race. He's out of the race. Schumacher leads. And off goes Schumacher. I can't keep up with this
from there, but I'm a bit concerned as to why the left front is up in the air. He's got a puncture.
And here is Johnny Herbert in the Stewart and takes the checkered flag to win. And there is Jackie Stewart. Wow, oh, words fail me.
Obviously the conditions were very tricky, but that was where I was fortunate I had the wets on. I don't know if I was the only one, but I just thought it was worth a risk where we were, and obviously it paid off big time.
Sebastian Vettel, here he is, race leader. And behind him, Kimi Raikkonen, Valtteri Bottas in 3rd place.
And Hamilton gaining 2 seconds a lap at the moment.
And now Kevin Magnussen under pressure as Raikkonen goes round the outside of him, and Raikkonen goes off the track, and there's a force injury of Sergio Perez spinning off the track as well and kicking up a whole load of dirt as he lights up his tyres. Bottas is ahead of Kimi Raikkonen. Just looks so slippy out there at the moment, even for someone like Lewis Hamilton on a fresher set of tyres. And out of the race, Sebastian Vettel. He has been leading almost from start to finish, but now is out of this race.
So box. Keep it staying out. Stay out. In. Hey man.
No, sorry, mate.
Okay, just go.
Well, With Kimi Räikkönen pitting, Hamilton has now taken over in the lead behind the safety car.
Look at the extra grip Valtteri Bottas has got. Is he going to have a go? And Hamilton, he is indeed. He's going steaming down the outside. What's Hamilton going to do about that?
Defend for all his might, but Bottas, switcheroo at the hairpin, now is wheel to wheel with Hamilton. No team orders at Mercedes. As towards the Mercedes-Benz grandstand they go. Hamilton, by half a car length, now a car and a half, has the lead still. Lewis Hamilton, from 14th on the grid, wins the German Grand Prix.
I would never have thought that you could do something like that today, but I just kept pushing, I kept believing, and it happened. So I really manifested my dream today, so big thanks to God.
Look at the rain, look at the rain. It's going to be a big one at Hockenheim.
As Hakkinen comes in early. They're all
Martin
coming in.
Barrichello's going on. Rubens Barrichello carries on and takes the lead in the German Grand Prix.
But look now, Hakkinen, 1 minute 55 on wets. Coulthard runs wide. Coulthard runs very wide. And Frentzen doing well. He's got to come in.
Zonta goes off.
Zonta in the wall, as you can see. They should be in this lap. And Coulthard in. Coulthard is in the pits.
Lap 42 out of 45. I can hardly contain myself. You're watching Rubens Barrichello, who is staying ahead on dry weather tyres.
And it's now Hakkinen beginning to fade away. Those wets getting too hot. Barrichello can hack it on the wet track with the slicks, just squeezing that throttle oh so gently.
You are watching a sensational drive being completed with Rubens Barrichello from Sao Paulo, Brazil, winning for Ferrari, and he's done it! Superb! And look at the reception he gets.
It's absolutely pouring down with rain now. Here you can see it on the camera lens of Juan Montoya's car.
Coulthard has passed Alonso. Alonso struggling around the outside of the 9-degree banking. And look at that, Coulthard taking another one. It's Michael Schumacher. When the track goes from dry to wet, the Michelins can hack it and the Bridgestones fall off the slope of grip.
Look at Montoya though, he's got terrific drive and he just shoots up the inside of Michael Schumacher.
If it keeps raining, this is going to work perfectly. And Michael Schumacher will have a big grin on his face underneath that crash helmet, knowing he needs those tyres because he knows that the Michelin runners don't have an answer for those.
No, and of course he'll also be... Oh, Ralf Schumacher is off the track.
Left rear damage too.
As here comes Michael Schumacher.
This is the Bridgestone Inter versus the Michelin Wet, no contest. Schumacher in the slipstream. This is for position. There'll be no blue flags waving as they were in Monza. And, well, that was very easy, wasn't it? How aggressive is Button going to be to defend this lead of the Grand Prix? And Michael will have to come down the wetter inside. Jensen can keep it round the outside, but Michael carries more speed through the apex.
As he comes across the start-finish line to win the American Grand Prix. It's his second victory here at Indianapolis.
Lando Norris does get away very well. Into the first braking zone we go. Carlos Sainz locks up. It's Sainz in the lead. Lando Norris has got past Carlos Sainz. The rain is increasing out there on the track. And I think all drivers are now starting to struggle because that is looking very treacherous indeed.
I think Mercedes are going to come in, Crofty. I think they're going to play it safe.
And they do come in to the pits. Now, is that the right decision or the wrong decision? We'll only find out at the checkered flag. And look how heavy the rain has come down and how much spray is out on the track. And Hamilton takes the lead of the race as Lando Norris slides off the track. Lewis Hamilton, it's 100 race victories. He wins the Russian Grand Prix.
I could have won the race and I didn't, so I'm never going to be happy like this. But yeah, it's the way it is. It's the way it went. We made the decisions. I made the decisions that I made, and they were obviously wrong in the end of the day.
The track then quite clearly very slippery in places.
Raikkonen has missed the chicane. He's going to dive into the pit lane, is he? Surely, yes he is. So's Massa, so is Alonso.
Oh, he's gone off, Raikkonen's gone off.
Straight on, he's missed it. He's missed the pit lane. That could cost him victory here this afternoon. I wonder if that was Winkelhock. Yes, it is. And he's leading the race. He was the man who started from the pit lane. And on his debut, the 27-year-old in a spiker is going to come through, is he, and lead a lap. Absolutely extraordinary situation. I think that's Button. Oh no. Spiker flies off the racetrack. Adrian Sutil.
That's a McLaren.
Is that Hamilton? It is Hamilton.
There's so much water, the intermediates. Here comes another one. And and this is going to get nasty. They're going to have to put the safety car out. What they're doing now is just aquaplaning off the racetrack. The intermediates will not clear sufficient amounts of water. Now, are they red flagging it? They've red flagged the race.
Here comes Alonso, though, having a go as they come down towards Winkelhock, who doesn't really want to get involved in this. And Alonso follows. Here comes Coulthard up the inside of his teammate. Coulthard takes the place away. The crowd are loving this one. Alonso is risking everything. He really, really wants this. He wants the victory. Here we go. Tucked up he is. Massa looks in his mirrors. Where is he? Is he on my left? Is he on my right? Alonso goes for it. Side by side for victory here at the European Grand Prix. Under braking. Massa's on the inside. Alonso holds it alongside. No touch. They don't touch. And Massa holds on to it.
Alonso so much more confident on the brakes, but the Ferrari seems better in the medium and high speed corners in the traction zones. It's just that Massa is continually placing.
They touch wheels.
Incredible. He's got away with it. He takes the lead. Alonso in the lead.
Fernando Alonso wins the European Grand Prix. What an extraordinary race. What an extraordinary drive.
Now the gap between Häkkinen and him and Barrichello has come down by nearly a second. 3.3 seconds is the gap now.
I think it's raining. Look at the umbrellas, Murray. It started to rain.
Just look at what it's like now. You're looking at it from Lacey.
It's fun. Lacey's fun.
Off goes Jordan Lacey. Right up behind Rubens Barrichello.
Oh, he's going to spin. He caught the white line on the inside.
Through goes Schumacher. Mika Häkkinen has shot himself well and truly in both feet.
Barrichello's in the pits too, so Frentzen now leads the race.
Wow, are we going to see a second Jordan victory? Heinz-Harald Frentzen clears the chicane, lines up the last corner, and Jordan and Heinz-Harald Frentzen win in France. Magnificent.
It was raining quite heavily all of a sudden, but then I noticed that the guys on the refuel were taking a hell lot of time to refuel the car, and I was thinking, when I went out again, the car feels pretty heavy as well. I said, Jesus, how am I going to keep the car on the road with this aquaplaning? I had to save a little bit of fuel in one stage to make it to the end, but we have good radio communications and worked out perfectly.
How much tension do you need? Those towards the back of the field are starting to pit. There it is. They're all going to have to come in for the intermediate, surely. What a difficult decision for Massa and Hamilton. There's no point taking the risk, especially now that the two in front of him have done that.
So does Vettel, critically.
What is Glock and co going to do? If they manage to get to the end, then without losing any pace, now Hamilton needs it to rain hard.
In comes the race leader, Felipe Massa. A lap later than Hamilton. You can see the flash bulbs going off. It's going dark here at Interlagos. And Kubica is, it's a bit naughty.
Kubica's unlapped himself.
He's a lap down. He's unlapping himself. He would argue he's entitled to do that. Hamilton lets him through. So he's got grip. Hamilton's lost it. Oh my goodness me. Vettel's taken the place. And that could cost Hamilton the World Championship.
Oh, it's
now raining hard. And that means Glock is going to be in trouble. Massa comes through to claim his 6th victory of the season. He has done everything he needed to do, and we wait now to find out who will be the world champion of 2008. Can Hamilton do anything? Can he run it up the inside of Vettel? Only a few corners to go now, and desperation starts to creep in for Lewis Hamilton.
Raikkonen's third, and is that Glock? Is that Glock going slowly?
It is, it's Glock! Oh my goodness me! Hamilton's back in position again. 100,000 local hearts sink in the grandstands. It's handed the place back to Hamilton. He comes through, and I'm absolutely right. I'm sure that he is going to claim 5th place, which is all he needs to do to become the 2008 Formula One World Champion, Lewis Hamilton.